to change our world, we have to change our habits. We have to change those things that we do every single day. You know, 3 years ago, Jeremy and I on a Sunday night at this time would have had a big fat plate of nachos on our lap and maybe a side of popcorn, and we would have been watching a movie or two.
Yeah, I would have been dripping sour cream on my chest. Like, just not caring.
Yeah, and drinking a craft beer.
Yeah, having a beer. Yep.
Yep. and something changed, and it's not something that changes overnight. And that's the thing that I think most people miss, is that we don't change overnight. And even when we have really good success with the diet and we're doing really good and we're in a really good place, life's going to happen. Something is going to happen to pull you off track. It's happened in our lives over and over and over again. We've lost weight. We've gotten into great shape. We've gotten rid of all the fat clothes, right? All the big clothes. Oh, I'm never going to need those again. And then life happens to you. And your brain just takes you right back to those base habits that are easy. You know, it's, I forget what it's called in the brain that does that. Is it on the tip of yours?
The tip of my tongue?
Yeah, where your brain brings you back to, like, the ingrained habits that you've had for a really long time.
I don't know. I just think it's like the basal ganglia, right? Like that thing in your brain that, like, when you're driving along somewhere and you kind of zone out for half a second, or you think it's a half a second, really you snap back 5 miles down the road and you're like, holy crap, I hope I didn't drive somebody off the road then, because I have no idea what just happened for the last 5 miles. And that's that part of your brain that just takes over and does what it knows how to do. And it's because it's habit. It's something you've done so often that you don't even have to think about it. Your brain just goes on cruise control. And if you don't think that can happen with your eating, you're wrong, because the brain's survival mechanism is to form habits and just, build those circuits until you don't even have to think about it anymore, so that, like, who would want to have to think about breathing?
Right. So these behaviors we grew up with, these things that got us into the problem in the first place, that had us yo-yoing up and down with our weight, where we always went back to the old habits. Those are things that take work, not just today, but like we have to work on it for the rest of our lives.